Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Leaders of the New Cool, where we bring you all things related to gaming, comic books, sci-fi, anything that is considered nerdy. We call it cool. So we're here to bring you our opinions and our information on that. I am the moderator of this thing. I am the Grinch, Mr. Grinch 619 on Twitter. This is Mr. James, Kenn James on Twitter. He's known as
Kenn James XF22 on Twitter. Ken with two N's.
Thank you. This is that one guy on Twitter, also known as
Mike HD tweets, and you can also find me on Instagram at Mike730.
We are missing Mr. Light Lando. He's on a mission. He'll be back sometime. And the man, the myth, the legend, the head of this thing behind the camera, the VZA himself.
Yes, sir.
He's not going to say anything.
Yes, sir.
Come on, man.
He said something, so we got something out of him.
Very thankful for what he does throughout this. Without him, none of this would be possible.
Yeah, he's the RZA of our thing. That's why he's the VZA, the RZA, because he put all this together and put us in position.
Appreciate
Today's wonderful and stupendous episode is our review of the Suicide Squad. Have you seen it?
I have seen it.
Have you seen it?
Premiere, haven't missed a DC or Marvel premiere in 6 years.
6 years, people. He's legit. I have seen it. So let's dive right in.
What? Spoilers? Spoiler alert?
Nah, man. Nah,
Spoiler alert,
nah,
spoiler
man.
alert.
Nah, man.
Not that it-
Nah.
There's gonna be spoilers in this.
Nah.
It already dropped by 87%, so
Nah.
Spoiler
no one
heavy.
really cares to be spoiled, I guess.
Well, it wasn't the plan to go first, but I know you got a lot on your chest. Would you like to go first?
Yeah, I mean, I'll start this off. Sadly, I wanted to go last.
Well, we can still do that. It's up to you.
I
know
mean,
you
the
got
ball's
a
in
lot.
my court now. I feel like I might as well just kind of get a lot off my chest. So I was very excited to see Suicide Squad as the rest of us.
I wasn't that excited, but I was pretty.
He wasn't, but most of the DC fan base was. It was not a very good movie, to be completely honest. The plot was very bad. The villain was extremely bad. We could not get behind the villain at all. There was no fear. And it's very hard when you have a bad plot to follow. Because I think Deadshot, Harley, Waller, three best parts of the movie. I even enjoyed Jared's Joker. But when you have, it's tough to follow good characters through a bad plot, and that's what I found myself having to do. I think this really puts the whole DC universe back even more, because this is something that scared me, but there's rumors coming around that the Wonder Woman movie is also a mess, quote unquote a mess. Director has come out and denied those rumors, but hey, I mean, judging out the first two movies was to say that it's not the truth. I have to just go by what I've seen, so there could be more truth to that.
The track record.
I'm extremely sad. The box office, it dropped 87% from week 1 to week 2, so obviously the reviews have gotten out, and the
It
opinion,
was still number one though.
the opinion has, but to drop 87% means that obviously it lost most of what it was.
But it was still number one. I mean,
Over Sausage?
well, I mean, the Secret Life of Pets is still out there.
Yeah.
You can't. If you can beat a kids movie, you can beat almost anything. So it's still number one, but carry on.
I'd have to give it a 5 out of 10. I saw it a second time,
Just to make sure.
just to make sure that maybe it was because I went to the premiere. It was a big event. Maybe I just wasn't let down by the premiere. I'd still remain a 5 out of 10. But however, like I said, I mean, there are small things I really did like about the film. I really liked Deadshot, really liked Waller, and really liked Harley. I'm gonna let them kind of touch on some of the good things because I don't want to take away everything.
No. We're gonna be here for a little bit. So, what about the plot didn't you like?
No motivations at all. Some of the cutting. We got characters were leaving the team and then they're just back on the team the next shot. Captain Boomerang left the team and then was back on the team the next shot with no explained reason. That's other than he has to be a part of the final battle. I mean, there's just a lot of things, like a lot of the dialogue.
Maybe he changed his mind.
Can we get an explanation? Can the audience get an explanation other than just him being?
It'd be kind of lame. He's out and he comes back. They look at him like, so. He's like,
Harley's back. She got an explanation.
Yeah, but he was just like, I changed my mind. I'm back. Maybe, I don't know.
Or maybe there was something that happened in between him changing his mind. They just left it off
So
They left it on the
They
cutting
left it on
floor.
the
so
cutting
we're gonna
floor.
get an extra 30 minutes in the Ultimate Edition.
No, DC.
And it'll go from
DC
a
can't
5
keep
to like
doing
a
that.
7, like
DC
Batman
can't
vs
keep doing
Superman,
that.
right?
You can't keep releasing a second Ultimate Edition. They got away with that on Batman vs Superman. David Ayers has already come out and said that this is his version. He's not going to release like a second edition. This is his version.
You might want to think about it.
I mean,
Are those his words or are those Warner Brothers words?
could be Warner Bros. Words. Nothing can save this movie though. Not additional scenes, not additional Jared scenes. Nothing can save this film.
So if they gave you 20 more minutes of the Joker, would that push it to?
They were saying that they have a whole lot of uncut film of the Joker, and Jared keeps trying to push it to get it out, but that scares me that they didn't put any of it on there. I mean, because the Joker is such like a lovable villain. So if you have that much Joker footage to leave it off, are they trying to save Leto's image, or is it just because it didn't fit the plot? I don't know which one. Personally, I don't know. Both options seem to scare me.
Okay.
So no. I mean, Jared. I mean, if it doesn't help the plot, no. I mean, I can just see Jared Leto in the next film.
All right.
What would you give it out of 10?
Because
Because I know that you said that you enjoyed the movie. You really liked some aspects of
I
it.
did enjoy.
You said
the
it
movie.
wasn't as bad as what it was.
not as bad as everyone. To
I'm
me,
looking
it
forward
was
to
not
hearing
as bad as everyone
Out
said
of
it
10,
was.
would you rate it?
I'd probably give it a 6, maybe 6.5.
Oh wow. Okay, same.
For being,
so it wasn't
for
that
being
good.
okay, good.
So it wasn't that good.
I didn't say it was the greatest thing ever. I said it was entertaining. Sorry, it was entertaining to me. It wasn't awful.
When I think of entertaining, I think of 7. When I think of 6, I think of a little bit below entertaining.
Okay, you want to put me to the fire? Fine, it was a 7. I'll give it a 7.
You gave Suicide Squad 7 out of 10?
I'll give it a 7.
You said you enjoyed it more than Batman vs Superman?
That's easy to do. That's not very hard. But yes.
Yeah.
So okay, I have some of the same issues.
You like
that-
Enchantress?
No, that was pretty lame. That was pretty lame. Her whole love story with the dude, it was pretty lame to me. I didn't get it. I didn't like it. It was pretty. He was a sucker. First of all, I'm gonna just say it. He was a straight out sucker.
Yeah,
He was he was on there for one thing, and then he starts having coffee with her, and next thing you know, oh, I think I love her.
You played right into Waller's plan? That's what Waller wanted him to do?
I don't know. Her plan seemed pretty straightforward, and then it seemed like it was pretty out of whack. It seemed
That's
like it went left somewhere.
She's just stuck in a bad plot. You gotta give her the benefit of the
I'll
doubt.
give her that. So okay, the plot. I'm with you. The plot. It was kind of lame, and the villain, the Enchantress, and her brother. That was pretty lame.
Nice
But-
visual effects.
The visual effects. were
Green
cool.
Lantern had good visual effects.
Really?
So.
All right. Touche. I didn't like Green Lantern, by the way. I just said that to him. It was off camera. I'm not a Green Lantern defender. He said he found good things in it.
No, I said I found a few good things in it, but I didn't enjoy it overall either.
And I told him the visual effects were nice, so he just gave me back for that. Anyway, okay, like Deadshot was cool. He was
Absolutely.
good in it. I think Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn stole the show. She was the best thing about it.
Absolutely.
Viola Wallace was great. She was good at Viola Davis. Sorry, she was great as Waller. And I, like you, I did like the little bit of Joker that we got. I liked it. He didn't scare me, but I could see the crazy, and he was batshit crazy.
Agreed.
The only thing that was weird about that though was when they did that one scene where they showed him and Harley and they fell in the vat. I didn't get it. I didn't understand that for nothing. I don't understand why it was in the middle of the movie and it was a flashback. I didn't understand why they even put it there. That goes along with that bad plot.
Yeah. I mean, they were just trying to show like the backstory of Harley.
They coulda-
But they jumped in the vat of what?
They could have added that.
Oh,
to
acid.
her.
It's like how she becomes Harley.
But she was already pretty much in love and crazy for him. That's what put her over the edge. The acid vat that didn't do anything to him.
Apparently, there's a lot of Harley Joker scenes that were uncut or that didn't make the cutting board. Also, something else I do want to say: the Harley Joker relationship is supposed to be a non-goals relationship. It's supposed to be you're never supposed to really know if the Joker loves Harley that much. But in this, it was real clean cut how much he really truly cared for. I feel like they kind of got it wrong.
Common
Basically.
told you that. Common told you.
Yeah. Man, Common was put in a bad position. I don't really know. I mean, there's nothing he could really do in that position.
Shut up and not say nothing.
I mean, well, yeah, he basically did that. He's like, I don't want no beef. He stayed away from everything and still got shot.
He says, he's like, is that your lady? She's a bad bee. And then,
oh yeah, I guess he
it was
fucked up for
pretty,
saying that.
it was pretty much, it was a wrap after that.
But there are rumors that there's a lot of things that Joker was doing bad to Harley that got cut, that they removed because they wanted to make the Harley and Joker relationship more sellable.
And probably to save it from going R and keep it in a PG-13.
It's true.
Possibly.
It's true.
So,
we want to hear, what do you got to say about the movie? You didn't like it just as much as I did. Share some negativity.
Yeah, so so after seeing Batman v Superman, I had little hopes for Suicide Squad, and it pretty much
it lived up to that not hope.
it lived up to it big time.
Was it better than Batman vs. Superman in your opinion?
It was better than Batman v Superman because it had a little bit better action.
Agreed.
Was it better than the Ultimate Edition?
I didn't see that movie. I don't have an extra 3 hours to. I saw the first 2 hours and 30. I don't need to see the next 3 hours, the 3 hour cut. But yeah, the plot was weak. I thought the Joker was weak.
Oh,
he was in it for like 3 or 4 scenes, and the scenes, if you have a character on screen, you're supposed to have. My thing is have one constant about the character. When it came to the Joker,
He was crazy.
He was crazy, yes, but in the
That's
3 or 4
constant.
scenes that he was in, his maybe this is just nitpicking, but his voice didn't. He had like 4 different voices each scene.
Crazy.
He can be crazy, but he can still talk the same. He can still carry himself. He can still project his voice.
What if he has 4 different Jokers running around in there?
I don't buy it.
That seems that Ken knows about. I don't know.
The cutscenes that are on the
It
floor.
could be.
They could be,
I
but
don't know.
to me, I didn't like them. I thought Deadshot was just okay.
Oh.
That scene where he's on top of the car, shooting all the demons or whatever. They were like this close. He's
So-
supposed to be an expert marksman.
Something
Can I
everyone's-
get like
Yeah, he's
the
right.
first shot that he took in the beginning to kill the bad guy? That was pretty cool.
That was the coolest shot we
That
saw.
was pretty cool
all
because
movie.
he shot and it ricocheted off of one thing and killed the dude. I was like, that's pretty cool. So then to have him not do something spectacular from like a long distance again and just be up close, I thought that was kind of weak. Actually.
Well, they needed him. They was in the jam, and they was about to get overcome by the puddle monsters. And Will had to break out and get busy and just start letting everybody know what
it was
he does.
okay. It was okay.
The action
wasn't the greatest.
I thought that was pretty cool.
There's-
Now, I get what you say about the long range stuff. Yeah, it could have did some more of that.
there
but-
could have been a little bit more.
But he was getting busy. He was taking out everything.
He did have some. I won't deny. He did have some good scenes between him and Harley, and that's another thing. Harley was excellent.
Absolutely.
Margot Robbie was probably the best part.
Sure.
I know we can all agree on that. Just the way she carried her part. She was supposed to be like deranged and psychotic, and she was. I felt like they did, as far as backstories, they did a pretty good one for Deadshot. They did a pretty good one for Harley, and like for the other 3 people, they're like, oh well, here's their backstory.
Yeah, it was pretty.
And then so
It was pretty lame.
you could have given them a little bit more explanation.
It's like a highlight film.
Yeah.
Story was
Random highlights.
It was.
story was weak.
Oh.
1,000 songs, like a musical soundtrack, like Pandora
was.
featuring Suicide Squad.
It was a lot of music, but you said the thing about the Joker having 4 voices.
Yeah.
Margot had about 3 different like Harley Quinn voices for no reason. It was like one time she sounded like the old like 1990s Batman Harley Quinn. Another time she sounded like, a little bit regular, and another time she sounded a little different. I think I caught that. Maybe I'm crazy, but I was like, she doesn't like. Sometimes she has like the Mr. J, the crazy Mr. J accent.
Yeah.
Sometimes she didn't. I'm like, I
Mr.
don't.
J.
There was a little bit of that, but it didn't bother
I'm
me
not gonna nitpick it
as
but
much.
I just noticed that when you said the thing about the Joker.
Yeah, no,
I did that too.
I kind of noticed that too, but I didn't notice it as much as
That's the
as
Joker.
the Jokers. but I thought Enchantress was bad.
Yeah, shoot.
That little beam that shot out, like, how many times have we seen that before? I think I remember seeing that in Ghostbusters or something. It's just like a beam, and there's just like shit that just goes around. Like, no.
She was going to destroy the world with her great metal stuff. It's part of the bad plot, yes. That is part of the bad plot.
Also, I don't want to nitpick, but her stupid little dance that she was doing that didn't need to be in there.
Yeah,
that was kind of annoying.
I didn't
Like a
understand
cheap
that.
ass belly dance.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
I didn't
and
understand
it was
that
constant
either.
too.
Yeah,
That was terrible.
I didn't understand that.
What else? Yeah, it just overall, it was boring. It was boring to me.
See, I wasn't.
So
bored.
I'm gonna go 6 out of 10, maybe even 5.5.
Gotcha.
It just didn't.
He's at a 5.5. He's at a 5. He made me go to a 7.
He's
I'll
at a
take-
6. It's
Hey, you
6.5.
Fine, I had that, but he's like, you can't. A 7 has to be.
No, well, I think a 6 really portrayed how you felt about the movie, and a 7 was kind of really what you wanted to be and what you wanted it to be.
I didn't expect it to be great
Why not?
because it's DC. I don't expect anything for them that they do is going to be great.
So you don't think Wonder Woman or Justice, nothing is ever gonna be great, or
They're about 0 for 4 in the last 8 years. 2 bad Superman movies, a bad Suicide Squad movie. What am I
3
missing?
no good Nolan movies, the Batman's trilogy.
But how bad the Superman movies are, that kind of.
You thought Man of Steel was that bad?
Man of Steel, I didn't at first, but now that it's on cable every day and I see it, I was like, this movie is whack. This movie
Alright.
is pretty bad.
Fair enough.
We talked about it shortly. They destroyed the whole city, and nobody did anything about it. Like, destroyed every building. Went to Kansas, destroyed everything in Kansas.
I hate
Avengers-
that he just like sat there and let his dad die. It's like, really? You're Superman, dude. Do something.
Oh, the one with the one in the tornado scene.
Yeah. It's like,
Kevin Costner
I
told him,
couldn't
he's
get
like,
past
hey,
that.
he's like, no, you can't save. He told him that. He's like, no.
That's your daddy.
He was like,
He listened to his daddy.
Papa's
Yeah.
man.
yeah.
I'm glad he's no longer there.
Man, that's harsh.
I think
do anything.
I think what DC's problem is that Warner Brothers is getting a hold of these movies, and they're like chopping the hell out of them. Because from what I hear, there was a lot of editing done in BVS, and I heard there was a lot of editing done in Suicide Squad because it was too dark, or there was some stuff they just didn't want. They wanted to go with a lighter tone, but you're messing with people's movies. Like,
They wanted the money because they're afraid. Well, Daredevil should have proved to them that you can have an R-rated movie and still make a lot of money. But I think they're so scared to do that they have to cut everything down and get PG-13 because you can get more money. They'd rather have a bad movie make a lot of money as PG-13 than have an R-rated movie make less money. If that
that
makes
is true.
sense.
That
So
is
you
true.
feel like it's the Warner Brothers problem or the director's problem in DC? Because I mean, the chopping it really helped the plot that much. I mean,
Okay.
even when they released the Ultimate Edition, which I've seen, all the bad plot was still there. It was just a few things were tied up
Did it help it make more sense though?
a little bit. But I mean, all the issues and flaws are still gonna be at the core. Still gonna
Well,
be
you
there.
need to talk to the people because the people keep saying the Ultimate Edition makes it a much better film.
Oh, really?
Not
Much
me.
better?
I've heard that a lot. I've seen it a lot. Like the
I've heard that it make it a better film, but not a great film.
I didn't say that. I said a much better film. I've heard people say the Ultimate Edition makes it a much better film with that extra 30 minutes. I don't
You're already
believe it.
starting so far behind.
I know.
man.
I'm with you. I don't believe. I said, hey, you got to figure out through the people. They're perpetuating this, not me.
I've seen a lot of reviews, and they still all agree that it was a bad plot and still not the greatest movie. They just think that it makes it better.
Clarity helps sometimes. Though.
But still, I mean, that's just because it's a little bit better doesn't mean it's still what we wanted. I mean,
No,
we still
no.
needed a legendary movie for Batman vs Superman, and we didn't
Well,
get that.
Good luck with
And
that.
that shit angers me.
Well, it's not gonna happen. So back to your question. So okay, I'm the studio head. You're the director. Ken, This movie's a little bit too long and it's R-rated. I need you to cut some stuff because if you don't cut it, we're just gonna push it back.
I mean, I think if you have the core story and plot is good, it should survive being cut a little bit, like it should. I'm sure Marvel movies have been. I'm sure there's a bunch of movies that have had good reviews that have been cut. It's a part of it. I mean, why are we gonna go back and blame it on it was cut the wrong way?
And that's another thing. The reshoots, when they go back and do reshoots, how much of that reshoot did they add and how much of the reshoot did they cut? So who knows if the reshoots actually did anything to the movie to make it better, or it just got worse because of the reshoots.
Well, we know for sure that it wasn't a bad script to the actors, because when other movies come out and you hear actors talk, or there's grumblings of, so and so said they had to do reshoots because this was bad and that was bad. You didn't hear any of that with Suicide Squad.
Hardy left. Hardy was a part of the cast and he did because he said he didn't really like the script.
He's the only person. He's the one person. Other than that, you didn't hear like
he won really.
You didn't hear like Will Smith. You didn't hear Will Smith or Margot Robbie or anybody, or Jared Leto say, "Hey, you know what? This, we got to do a lot of reshoots. They got to cut a lot of stuff. I don't think this is going to work." You didn't hear any grumblings about it. You just heard Suicide Squad's coming. It's going to be good. It's going to restore the DC name, so to speak. With even with Batman vs Superman, you heard a lot of stuff leading the couple weeks before. You heard a lot about we don't know if this is really good. Even when they asked Ben Affleck, he was kind of like, well.
I kind of agree with what Mike said. Even if you cut it, I still didn't think the action scenes in Suicide Squad were that good. There's so many superhero movies out there that you have to do creativity in action scenes. Like he said, Deadshot killing all those minions that close isn't cool anymore. I mean, it's a cool feat, him killing 22 minions, but it wasn't done in a creative way. It wasn't even that cool because we've seen so much of that. That's sorry.
And also the boomerang, the Captain Boomerang scene. He was in it for one scene, the action scene he had. He threw a boomerang that had a that's another point.
Yeah, you would forget it.
He threw a boomerang, and it had a camera on it. That was it. That was the only action scene, and him punching someone when he got out of a bag. That was it.
That was it.
He had two or three action scenes. And another thing was Katana. She just showed up out of nowhere. Explained a little of her backstory. It was okay.
They didn't have time.
It was okay. The movie
she was
only
the insurance policy.
The movie was 2 hours and 10 minutes. They could have added another 20
He told
minutes.
you her purpose. Oh, sucker boy told you. He's like, look, you guys get out of line.
You don't like Rick Flag, man?
God,
No, I know.
He told her, you get out of line. If I don't kill you, she's gonna kill you. That was all she was there for.
And her ability was, or her sword captures the souls of. So she killed 4 or 5 people. They could have showed the souls going into the sword. They could have showed some faces on the sword. Maybe a little special effects. Nothing. She was just hacking and slashing.
There's so many more creative ways they could have showed the characters being dope. They didn't. Could have showed Captain Boomerang throwing a boomerang and then it hit someone on the other side of the building, or Deadshot doing an impossible feat. They didn't. They showed him just shooting bad guys. It's over.
He did. Deadshot shot the target 14 times and put a bullet through the head. He put a bullet
it was right. Yeah, no, that's somewhat cool, but we've seen those type of things so many times. I would have liked to see a feat where something more impossible. Because that's what he was doing was something that the greatest marksman could do, right?
Bullets go straight. You can't have him shoot over a bullet and have it arc over and kill someone.
That's what he did in the beginning of the movie. And then the bullet bounced off, ricocheted.
Okay, ping, ping. That's a straight line.
That was still cooler than what he did in those scenes.
I love you, Will.
we didn't.
No, Will did good, but the action scenes for Will weren't that good.
We didn't touch on the croc.
There's nothing to touch on. That was
all right.
Make sure
bad jokes.
I just kept dodging them.
It was really he wants BET. Really, really.
And he had 5-6 lines.
He didn't have a metal jaw. He didn't have nothing. He was just there. And Diablo, my Latino people, you should be mad because Diablo, he was damn near a stereotype of what they think a Mexican cholo gangster is. He had a bad accent. And I like Jay Hernandez. He had a bunch of tattoos. It was, I don't know. He was pretty lame.
You gotta talk to the people, man. He's a fan favorite, I guess. Not to me, but a lot of people really like him.
In the comics, he's cool, but
In the movie, though, he was a fan favorite, I guess.
no way.
Nah, that's what people are saying, man.
He was lame.
And it's just funny because the way they portrayed him is everybody had like their perfect vision. His perfect vision was kids sleep and just his wife ready to fuck. I'm like, damn, just go get a hooker then. Like, what, what about like he doesn't want like his kids to be grown or doing well. He doesn't want to be like a family thing. He just wants to be. Just wants everybody.
His kids back.
He wanted his kids sleep and out of the way,
And
so
he
his
wasn't
wife
back.
could be horny.
He torched them all, so he needed them back.
Yeah, but in his perfect scene, they were sleep.
Hey,
So,
man's got needs.
no, I mean I understand that, but if that's all he wanted, that they showed his perfect scene. His perfect scene was just he just wants to fuck or have sex. Excuse
No,
me.
it's not bad.
Yeah,
So
they
what-
just didn't make him the family man he was acting like he wanted to be the entire movie. That's all. Go ahead.
So what? We got your. So what is the best scene of the movie that you thought stood out the most?
Ooh, that's a good question. I like the Deadshot scenes. They stood out the most, but they weren't like the greatest. I'd have to say when Deadshot knocked all 22 of the goons out, I was like, that's how you cut and run. But even then, I mean, like, that's okay fight scenes. Like, Civil War had 7 fight scenes that were cooler than that. 7. How about you?
I'm gonna have to say the Harley the couple Harley scenes they had when they went into the building to get the asset and they found out it was Amanda Waller. When the goons came in, she did pretty good in that, and then she also had the elevator scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think those were two of the standouts. Visual effects wise, I'd have to say the first time we see Enchantress, when she puts her hand on the table, her hand comes up and like turns over and reveals. I thought that was pretty cool. I thought that was some great CG right there. Like the beginning half of the movie with Enchantress was really good, but then when she started getting evil, she started getting crappy.
She became trash villain, a Marvel villain. The Marvel has good plots, so.
I'm gonna go with when Diablo torched everybody.
That's too easy.
Nah, it wasn't.
That's too easy.
Probably the Deadshot. I'm with you guys. Either the Deadshot scene or the Harley Quinn elevator scene. Either one of those two. I like those.
Yeah, something that I was kind of mentioning with the Grinch before this was, even though I don't feel like obviously this Joker is nowhere near Heath's Joker, Heath's Joker doesn't really display someone with mental issues. He always acts like, oh, I don't have a plan set. I just do things like, oh, I'm crazy. But the way he really portrayed himself was like he was completely mentally sane. This Joker really seemed like he had mental issues. That's the only thing that I would give this Joker over that Joker. He might be a little bit more comic book accurate because he truly seemed like he was mentally fucked up. So
He was. But you're right. You're right. He's Joker was. He had a plan for
for everything. I mean, how mentally insane can you be? I feel like I could have an intellectual conversation with Heath's Joker and then we get somewhere. But I felt like I couldn't have an intellectual conversation with Leto's Joker.
He'd just be ready to
And he'd be ready to kill me or laugh, or he wouldn't respond the way a normal man's supposed to respond. But Heath's Joker seemed like he could really engage in normal conversation.
You guys can talk about like politics and economics.
Yeah, I mean, this Joker
Pretty well.
seemed like he'd be talking to me, but it wouldn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I liked him. I mean, like I said earlier, I liked him. So he was pretty nuts. He was one of the few highlights of the movie.
What are the ways he can improve? Because you said you didn't like him. Outside of create one voice.
I think if you would have, maybe I'm sure it's just nitpicking, but for me, that having multiple, you might as well have multiple came at it with multiple personalities. it just didn't work for me. But I think if they would have added more to the scene with him and Common, gave more of a reasoning to why they're together. I know they said that him and Harley were together in that scene, but give me more explanation to why they got so crazy, why when they're together they are so crazy, and give me a little bit more of that scene. Maybe he tortures Common's character, or maybe he does something to show more fear instead of just crazy. Give me a scary crazy. I'd take that.
He was too.
He was pretty scary.
I thought he was scary.
I thought he was pretty scary. Oh, you know what you could do? Get rid of that damn grill.
I think the reason the reason he had the grill is because Batman was beating his ass.
Because he killed
in previous stories that led up to the film. I guess he like beat up the Joker, and that's why the Joker has all the silver teeth.
Okay.
Yeah,
I missed that. Somebody told me, I was talking to somebody about it, and they said, first of all, they told me Scott Eastwood was in the movie. I didn't even know he was in the movie.
He had a minor scene. They were saying there was speculation that he was supposed to be Nightwing.
Right. Where was he at in the movie? I don't remember.
He was just one of the soldiers on like Rick Flagg's team, but he didn't.
So
it was just speculation.
That's stupid. You guys need to stop that. He didn't say, like, if he didn't have lines or anything, he just sit in the back just chilling, like listening to the report on everything, how the mission's gonna go. You can't just speculate. Oh, he's gonna be Nightwing. How?
You didn't like Rick Flag as a character?
No. I'm saying he was a chump. He was a straight chump.
You didn't like him as a leader of the Suicide Squad team?
No, nobody respected him.
Even with threatening a bomb, no one still respected him.
They only respected him when they had to protect him.
Yeah, that was it. Once they figured that out, I was like, oh, okay. Well.
I thought he was the weak link too, because the minions would always take Flag. They're here we go getting Flag again. He's the only one that can't protect himself. They did kind of exploit it in the end because that was his girl, so that's why they kept taking him. I thought he was just a weak link and couldn't defend himself.
He was lame.
Yeah. Him and Deadshot are kind of really very similar characters. So I feel like you don't have to have both of them. And they're both the leaders of the Suicide Squad. Both kind of have still correct morals. Just keep that shot.
What about Amanda Waller?
Waller was legit, man. Waller was scarier than Enchantress. Way scarier.
Yeah.
She had an actual goal, except for in the beginning. Like they said, she wants to put together a team. For what? Nothing happened before Enchantress came around.
It was just in case. That was
just in case.
I don't like just in case. Well, give me like a previous mission. Give me a mission that leads up to.
They gave you just in case in Civil War.
But give me something that leads up to Enchantress going crazy and being the villain. Besides just, oh, she wants revenge. She wants her heart back. She wants to free her brother. Give me a mission that they go on first, and then something happens that causes that.
Hey, it's checks and balances. We talked about it before. You can't have one without the other. If you got super people running around, like she said, what's to stop Superman from going in and snatching up the president just because he feels like it?
Honestly,
who's gonna stop him?
Honestly, she just
Suicide Squad.
She just put together a team of. She didn't even put together a team of metahumans. Only metahuman on the team is Killer Croc, and Enchantress, which she couldn't keep hold of. Deadshot, regular. Harley.
Deadshot is not regular.
I mean, not regular, but they're not metahumans. Harley, Captain Boomerang, Katana. These are all just humans with set abilities.
Katana's she's metahuman adjacent.
What would they really do to Superman?
She's metahuman adjacent. Katana has the sword, so she's metahuman adjacent.
She wouldn't do shit. She wouldn't do shit to anybody that's a metahuman. Trap the souls of who? Well, not if they don't die.
Not if you can't kill them.
Okay, she can kill Batman.
That's true, but he has no superpowers. He's not.
Batman is the only one that doesn't have superpowers, but it's technically like metahuman. He's the only one I'll let slide.
She could kill Diablo.
Diablo, yeah. So Diablo, Killer Croc. 2 out of 7 people that I met.
She could kill Captain Boomerang.
Yeah, no, but he's not a metahuman.
If you could throw any damn boomerang and hit anything you want, he's basically Deadshot with boomerangs.
Deadshot's not a metahuman.
He is. Damn it, if Deadshot can hit somebody from 800 yards away and not miss, what does that make him?
He only hit someone that
Really
was
good.
22 feet in front of him in the movie. I'm just
It
saying.
makes him really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah, no, he's definitely a huge asset to the team, but she's like, metahumans. What would they do versus the Justice League? That'll probably be one of their next missions in the sequel, to try to stop the Justice League. They're gonna get that ass beat.
From what?
I don't know. I mean, they got a bomb in their neck, so they obviously gotta obey Waller's orders. I don't know what Waller wants to do. I just know they have to obey Waller's orders. You got something seem like you got important.
No. I was just gonna say, what did you think about the Batman scenes?
The Batman. I mean, they were solid. Like the Flash is just. I cannot wait to see Flash.
That was actually pretty cool.
I
like
cannot
that.
wait to see.
I didn't expect that
Flash,
at all.
man.
I didn't expect that at all.
I want like a dope ass speedster, like not the speedster we got in the CW show. I want like a dope ass.
You look like you have something to say about that.
It's pretty damn lame.
Oh,
Both of them.
This guy.
oh,
What?
What was lame about the Batman?
What
scene?
was the point of him even being in the movie? Like, there was no real point at all.
I agree with
Same
you.
like the plot of the movie.
They were.
The point was to stop the big swirly metal thing and her brother from destroying everything. Stupid plot, yes, but that was the plot. Batman was just there for shits and giggles.
You know, they rented out like
he
the entire
already
thing.
had here, Batman. Here's what I have on your team. You've already assembled, but you need to assemble again. Here you go. For what?
No, but that scene was really them telling you that Waller's 7 steps ahead of everyone. She already knows that he's Batman. She already knows everything that he's trying to do. And then Batman counters with, I know that you're the leader of the Suicide Squad. I know everything you're trying to do. All right, man. If you knew that and still didn't like it, okay. I just wanted to make sure you knew that information and didn't like it.
It was pointless. Like, he didn't have to be in it at all.
You're not supposed to get something cool for like a post-credits. You're supposed to get a lead to the next movie.
We already know what he's gonna do. It was okay. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. Okay, cool. Where do we go from here?
Damn, it seemed like you hated the movie more than I did.
I just don't
Remember
like
the way
stupid
you're
stuff.
talking?
I just don't like stupid
And you
stuff.
mentioned a lot of stupid stuff in the movie.
I was still entertained. I don't care. It had a lot of gunshots and a lot of stuff being exploded. I was entertained. I'm easily entertained, I guess.
You like all the Transformer movies?
All of them? No.
Because they have a lot of that stuff.
Hey, Michael Boom Boom Bay gets it done, baby. Did you like Bad Boys 1 and 2? Yes, you did. Are you going to go see Bad Boys for Life? Yes, you
I will.
All right.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough.
But anyway,
Yeah, no, I mean, yes, this is a step backwards, but we still got Wonder Woman. We can
They
still
got
be
your money
optimistic. No, absolutely. No matter what, I will always see the premiere. I don't care what it is.
but
for
you
DC
didn't have to go
Marvel.
back and see it a second time.
Well, my father wanted to go. This is bigger than my hate for the movie. He enjoys the movie, so I decided to take it. I mean,
All right.
I can sit through
That
Suicide.
makes-
I mean, they're like I said, I can follow a few good character story through a shitty movie.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, I respect it. I mean, I'm by myself here. Director, what did you think of it? Did you like it? Oh,
I didn't go see
Oh, yeah,
it.
I forgot. My bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
We
My
told
bad.
him it was
Maybe
shitty,
it's
so
a
he
good
didn't
thing.
go see
Maybe
it.
it's a good thing you didn't.
Nah, you should see it.
I mean,
You've
if,
seen worse.
Grinch liked it.
shits and giggles, maybe yeah.
But you've seen worse. So
Yeah.
I mean, if it's a Sunday, 12 o'clock, you don't have anything else to do in the world, you can go see it matinee time. Outside of that, please don't go see it. Please.
don't listen to the hater. It was okay. You'll get your.
Says the one that shitted on it more than you.
I did not. It was just certain aspects that you bring up. And yes, they were bad. The Batman scene was bad. Diablo was bad. The plot was bad.
Damn. What's left?
That's how good.
The fight scenes were.
That's how good Margot Robbie, Deadshot, and Waller are, and the Joker. That's how good they made up for so much bad stuff that it made it okay for me.
It's crazy because Harley's character in the animated series, like, it's such a hard character to bring to real life. It could be so unrealistic and laughable, but she did it perfectly. It's respect.
All right, well, looks like we're done here, people. We are the leaders of the new cool. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, like it, don't like it if you don't, but watch it, view it, tell a friend, comment on it, We thank you again for your support and your continued support, and we'll see you next time.